Let's get into yesterday's game. Melbourne tested Port Adelaide throughout, but Port just pulled away there.
They did. They did what a good side does. They weren't up and about for the whole match, but 14 goals to 11 there at the end. Justin Westhoff, Robbie Gray, Schultz all contributed 2 goals each. Nathan Jones, Dom Tyson, Lyndon Dunn have all had good years for Melbourne, contributed again. And it's amazing, this first period of the game, Port Adelaide kicked the first 4 goals. Bill, and you thought there's going to be a 100-point belting. But one thing I want to say for this is also Matty White continues his great form, but I want to touch on what the competition might have seen in yesterday's game, which they might try and think this is how we can beat Port Adelaide. They had about an extra 80 possessions, Melbourne, and they slowed the game down, Brownie. They controlled possession, so they thought to themselves, we can't have this be a breakneck speed sort of game with transition. They just controlled the day, and it sort of stifled a lot of the run, the carry that Port Adelaide wanted.
It goes to show you how good of a coach Paul Roos is, to come in and be able to implement a game plan to try and restrict the opposition scoring. He's done that, and they had a couple of near misses here and there, but now they're starting to not only restrict the scoring, but they're able to get the ball in their own terms now. Dom Tyson yesterday was terrific, Viney as well, Jones as well. But Paul Roos, the master stroke, and he almost pulled it off yesterday. Apart from the start, they probably would have won.
To half-time, Wingard 4 disposals, Brett Ebert 3 disposals. Pollock was tagged by Daniel Cross. He only had 5 disposals to half-time. So there was just so many aspects of the game where Melbourne matched them, but when it was there to be won late, Bill, the Port did the job.
Well, we all talk about them being the fittest side in the comp, and they showed it again yesterday, didn't they? They kicked, 4 goals in the last quarter to Melbourne's 1 and overran them in the end, and a really good win. But they're just so fit. Or is that just us talking about it?
No, they are fit. They are very fit. They're the fittest side in the competition.
And we all know that Lordo doesn't like Brownie to have solo hang time on the big screen, so I can sense him getting up any minute here as Port continue on and win and close the game out. But they were fantastic for the entire game, Port. I think the last time they won 7 in a row was a premiership year.
Oh, they've been brilliant. They've been really good. And as I said, it's great to have players that are down some weeks. You can't just be dominating all year. Pollock had a poor game, beaten by Cross. But even his effort late in the game, he just didn't stop and say, well, it's not my day. He worked hard, had a big last quarter to help Port Adelaide win the game. But
you've got to take your hat off to Kane Corns as well. 2 years ago, he was gone. He was out of that side. All of a sudden, he's probably their most important link man through the midfield. I
agree with that, Brownie. And just on Port Adelaide, Melbourne did so many things right, but they also made some key errors late in the game. And I just want to show some of the stoppages. This one is the first one. Here's Robbie Gray, and Jeremy Howe's playing on him. And we just get another look at that. And these are some of just the little rookie mistakes they're making. So you've got Jeremy Howe on Robbie Gray, and then these 2 players back behind the footy. None of them look to stop his run through. Crucial errors early in the game. This is late in the game. Aaron Young, second quarter, and just sort of once again, Matt Jones on his own, and also Neville Jetta. Just leaving players around stoppages was just something that was a real tight affair, Hutch. Melbourne created a contest, didn't allow Port space, but some rookie errors from Melbourne that cost them the match.
Nice work, Lord. On the screen. Not Seg one worthy, but nice work. Bill.
How many weeks would Jamar got if he connected here? Let's have a look at it here. The 2 big ruckmen going at each other, and he throws a big right and just misses. Oh, he would have got some weeks there. And another game of footy, and
go with that, Bill,
another specky from
attempted
Jeremy.
Striking.
You can?
Yeah, you still can.
All right, probably shouldn't have showed that. Just dobbed him in. Another game of footy, another specky from Jeremy Howe. Here it is here. Mate, I can jump. There it is, look at him. Unbelievable jump.
Best 5 of the year, 5 marks of the year. Chad Wingard took a specky a few weeks back, but here's my votes.
He's the best high marker in the history of the game.
He and Jamie Elliott. But Robbie Gray was best on ground. He's had a great year. He's in the All-Australian side, as is Nathan Jones. Tyson wouldn't be far off when Trevor spoke. Hurt early, but led by example right throughout the day.
Yep, Dom Tyson having a ripping year for the Demons, no doubt about it. The Demons are improving.
Oh, they've had a great year.
Paul Roos,
had a great year.
Could he go from side to side and coach for 2 years and set them up? Like he goes to Richmond next for 2 years, sets them up. Then he goes to another club, gets them up and going, and then he moves on.
Like a doctor.
Like a Mr. Fix-It coach.
It's an abstract theory, but not impossible.